Right, going to show you how to do combo system on Unreal Engine. Gonna use a Frank/pack from Marketplace. Go ahead and add them to your project, which I have already did. So once you have them import, straight into the third-person template, and you're gonna choose the animation you want to use. And for this, you will need to retarget the animations. So go to SK mannequin in the animation folder. And over here, we can see different animations. But to use them, we need to retarget. So we're gonna go to skeletal mesh and check the mannequin used for those animations. Over here, create a rig. Click OK. Perfect. So what we need to do next is the same for our character, our player character. So go to a skeleton, create another rig. Also go to the skeleton, and what you want to look for is retarget manager. So now you can retarget to the skeleton of Frank animation. So choose a skeleton, click save, and go ahead to the Frank skeleton also. Let's take the Frank assassin. So skeletal mesh into the retarget manager and select SK mannequin and apply to asset. So now when I see an animation I want, I can retarget. So I can click over here, duplicate anim asset and retarget. And this is gonna show everything that is compatible. So what we want, yeah, I guess this is what we want. So when we retarget, create a new folder, retarget Frank animation. And put it over here. And also we can retarget, let's say, because we want to do combo, and retarget S. Sure. Target all of these. Go to content. Sure. So you're gonna go and jump straight ahead into third-person character. And this is the basic input that we take. Come into basic input. Gonna go to viewport. And what you probably want is your persona to have another idle position. So you can go ahead and go to the animation of Frank and search for idle. Search in root motion, and you can find idle whip. So retarget this also. Perfect. And pretty sure we can find walk. let's say walk forward. Okay. Walk forward. Target. Go for target folder. Perfect. So now, since we did that, we're gonna need to use another blend space for the animation blueprint. So go ahead into state machine, idle to run. Over here, we're gonna make another blend space. So let's call blend space 1D for you mannequin. Let's call it third and anim P. And over here we can select idle, and we have, because we retarget, we have Frank RPG idle, and we have walk Frank RPG. We can blend from idle walk, and we might want to blend to run also. So go ahead and check for run animation. Run over here. Retarget. Folder. So go back over here. Look, walk in the middle. And let's get the run. So now we're gonna blend from middle. Perfect. So over here in the animation blueprint, just change the blend space for this one that we just created. Double check another one. Perfect. So now we can go ahead and go to the third person character blueprint and start building the combo. So go ahead and on right mouse input, and also if you're gonna use a controller, on the face button, let's say left input, we're gonna allow the player to do a combo. So the first variable we need is can attack, and can attack is always true except when the player is attacking. So we're gonna go ahead and branch on can attack also from both input, and we can go straight ahead and play anim montage. Perfect. So over here you're gonna need an array of the combo attack you want. So go ahead, create variable attack array and rename, take the variable type to anim montage. Perfect, like this. Compile. Once we compile, we can change over here to array. Sorry, compile again. And once we compile, we can add to array position. So we add for it combo. So over here we can choose the combo that we have. So what you want to do is get a copy of the array, get a copy, and to do the combo, plug it in anim montage. To do the combo, you're gonna need an attack counter. So go ahead, create a variable type integer. Make sure it is single variable. Plug it in. And before we do this, what we need to do is set can attack to false. So the player cannot attack while he's playing the montage. Over here, get a reference to self. And what we want to do for the end is branch on the fact that if the counter is higher or equal to the length of the array, we're gonna set the attack counter, we're gonna set it back to 0. And over here, if it's false, we're gonna get the attack counter, increment, perfect. So it compile, and now we're gonna need to do the montage. So go to the Retarget folder, and for each attack you want to use, you're gonna take them, create anim montage, and for the anim montage what you want to do is put them in a slot in the animation blueprint. So what we're going to do is not use the default slot because it could get tricky after. So we're going to add the slot and call it let's say full body, and for each we're going to use full body. We're also going to go to the animation and hit enable root motion for each of these. Enable root motion, take the animation to full body. Alright, so once we did that, we can go ahead into our third person animation blueprint. Go to the state machine, and over here we can add a slot, and the slot is gonna be full body. Perfect. So what we also want to do to the animation is that we want to give a window to for the player to save the attack. So go ahead and add new notify, save attack, and add new notify, reset combo. So this is gonna give a window. So we want to put save the attack right at the end, and this, if the player didn't hit by this, is gonna reset the combo. So go ahead and save, and for each one do the same. Add notify, skeleton, we already did the notify, so take this and go ahead, place it. And for the last one, we're not gonna use save attack because there's no other attack after. So once we did that, you can go back to third person character, and in the array of 4 elements, you can choose your montage. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So in the viewport, our character has idle but has no sword. So what we can do is add skeletal mesh, call it sword, and before we do that, we're gonna add a sword socket. So go to the animation blueprint, skeleton, in the skeleton tree, add a socket to the end. Over here, add socket, call it sword socket, save, go back. On the sword skeletal mesh, we can choose a parent socket to sword socket, and in skeletal mesh we can choose from blade that come from Infinity Blade weapon pack. So let's choose a hero blade. Maybe this one. Let's place it over here in the end of the player. Perfect. So this is gonna be our sword. So before we can play this combo, we're gonna still need to do 2 custom events. So add a custom event. This one's gonna be save attack, and do another custom event. This one's gonna be reset combo. Perfect. So on save attack, what you want to do is set can attack back to true, and on reset combo also, and also you want to set the attack counter to 0. So those 2 custom events we're going to call in the third person animation blueprint. So go to the event graph and call the anim notify window. We did. So save attack, and we go ahead, hit compile and test it. So we're going to cast to third person character. Over here, get player character, and you're going to call the function save attack. This can go to target. Sorry about that. The cast you copy. You're going to call reset combo. So yeah, basically that's it. So we can go ahead, comment this out. Combo 1. And one other quick thing you can do after you did that is over here. We can do a switch. And we can switch on the attack counter. And since we have 4 attack, we can add 3 more pin. And each of those attack can have a custom like custom particle effect, or could have custom damage effects. So for right now, go ahead and plug them over here. So it's doing the same thing as before. Just hit compile. And what we can do over here is do another custom event, which will be do damage, because when we'll have an enemy, we'll actually want to do damage. So to do damage, we're gonna use a sphere overlap. And over here at sphere position, we're gonna have to go to viewport. You're gonna have to go to viewport and create an arrow. This arrow can be damage collision. So this is where the collision will take place. So go ahead and take this at let's say 100, and let's say 30 on the axis, or 25. Hit compile and go back, take the damage collision arrow and get world location, and this can be the sphere position. And the object type, we're gonna make array, and you're probably gonna do pound, probably gonna overlap with enemy pound. And to actor to ignore, just make array and ignore yourself. Sphere radius and what 5. Compile, no more error. And over here we're gonna branch on the fact that we hit something, and for each component we hit, so do a for each loop. Execute. We're gonna get reference by tag, so actor as tag, and right now we don't have enemy, but probably the enemy will have tag enemy. What we can do over here is, if we attack, what we can apply damage. Apply damage, and the damage actor is gonna be the area element. The base damage, it's gonna be 0.2. The event instigator can get controller, and over here the damage causer can call yourself. Perfect. So once you did that, we're gonna do this specifically to time the combo attack, so to time the damage. So we're gonna draw a debug sphere and check if it's timed with the combo. So over here, just for debug purpose, go ahead and create this debug sphere. The radius is 75. The duration, let's say 1.5 second. Thickness 1. And the line color, let's make it visible. Let's make it blue. Hit compile. And over here on the switch on integer, what you want to do is call that function do damage. So it's gonna spawn a sphere, and if there's an enemy where the attack is landing, it's gonna attack the enemy and apply damage. We can do another video when we do that to the enemy. So just make a little bit of space, because probably to time the attack we're gonna put delay on each of those. So we'll call it delay. What did we do here? What did we do? Right now, if we want to time, let's make the duration very quick. Maybe 0.2. So we can see each time we attack, nice, very nice. So perfect. And what I would advise you to do is over here put the particle effect, and yeah, spawn emitter. Yeah, like what you could do is, let's say, spawn emitter at location, and the location again is gonna be a socket. So you can go ahead, go to your mannequin, and to the end, let's create another socket and call it effect socket. Perfect. Hit save, and what you can do is the socket you can put a bit higher, so it's gonna be on the blade, and go into the viewport, add the particle system, and add the particle system, undersword under mesh. The socket is gonna be effect socket. Put it back at the right place, and put it back at the right place. So on this word, so over here what you're gonna do is get socket location and make sure you have the right socket So effect socket, and also over here you want to get a mesh reference, copy paste for each.